World War Z gets a lot of deserved flack for being an insulting and cynical movie, a film that took the name of an excellent book and dragged it through the mud, and that's kind of true. As a big fan of Max Brooks' World War Z, I can fully sympathise with those who hated the tacky welding on of the name, because it kind of epitomises how bereft of imagination and how scared of new intellectual property Hollywood has become. Still, in the saturated world of zombie movies, World War Z is a pretty damn good watch. If we ignore the tenuous ties to Brooks' book, this undead Brad Pitt vehicle is one of the better zombie romps to come out of the past few years. This is in huge part thanks to the zombies themselves, who provide a more visually interesting take on the usual shambling hordes of screaming infected we've seen before. The visual direction of WWZ gives the undead a more flowing style of movement, transforming the fast zombie style of 28 Days Later into something that makes the horde resemble rushing water made out of rotting corpses. The zombies don't just run at their prey, they flow toward it, pouring themselves over obstacles and flinging themselves off rooftops. The memorable scene in which the zombies pile up on each other to essentially spill over a wall and get at the people behind it is, quite frankly, inspired stuff. Essentially, World War Z is a collection of scenes rather than a cohesive story, each one attempting to provide a different type of horror scenario in which the zombies can remain effectively scary. To that end, the film is a success. It's a globe-trotting rollercoaster that toys with various scenarios, be it quietly riding a bike through a stormy airport, being trapped on a plane with a growing swarm of monsters, or escaping a walled city as the dead rain down on their victims. Each chapter of World War Z is a new experiment, a new spin on a zombie outbreak, a new way of doing things that haven't been done quite this way in another undead film. Brad Pitt does his Brad Pitt thing, and the initial tale of him trying to get his family out of the chaos hitting US cities is very well told. That initial taste of infection in the traffic-jammed streets is beautifully done, and the build of atmosphere is something special. From creepy horror to urban decay to full-tilt action, World War Z dabbles in a little bit of everything, and is not particularly bad at any of it. Unlike many of the films on Movie Defense Force, there were quite a few good reviews for World War Z, and those reviews are earned. It's a good action movie, and compared to most of them, let's face it, it's a great zombie movie. Unfortunately, its namesake dominates conversation surrounding the film, and many people who loved the book did not want to give it a chance. I was among them, actually. I only recently saw the film and expected utter rubbish. Instead, I saw a visually clever, inventive, playful movie that was made to look a lot more cynical and calculated as a result of its status as a licensed film. The movie deserved to be unchained to the expectations and restrictions of licensed property. It has more of a soul to it than that. If you've dismissed the movie until now due to its lack of authenticity, or simply being yet another zombie flick, I suggest you give it a chance. You may be as pleasantly surprised as I was.